Okay, so today we're diving into Awaken Astral Blade, a stylish new action platformer for the PlayStation 5 and PC. If you've been searching for a game that mixes Metroidvania exploration with fast-paced hack and slash combat, this one definitely deserves your attention. In this video, I'll break down what Awaken Astral Blade is all about, its gameplay systems, story, visuals, and whether or not it's worth your time on PS5 or PC. At its core, Awaken Astral Blade is a 2D side-scrolling action game with strong Metroidvania influences. You'll spend your time exploring interconnected environments, battling enemies, uncovering hidden paths, and gradually unlocking new abilities that open up more of the world. You play as a mysterious protagonist, navigating a dark sci-fi world filled with mechanical horrors, otherworldly creatures, and plenty of environmental storytelling. Right from the start, the game wears its inspirations proudly. You can see shades of Metroid, Hollow Knight, and even Bloodstained. But Awaken Astral Blade isn't just a copy. It blends these ideas with a distinct futuristic aesthetic and lightning-fast combat. Now let's talk about what makes this game click: the combat. Combat in Awaken Astral Blade is incredibly fluid. The protagonist wields a blade that feels snappy and responsive, allowing for quick combos, air juggling, and dodge mechanics that make every encounter engaging. The PS5's DualSense controller adds a little extra to this with subtle haptic feedback when you slash, block, or parry attacks. What I really like is how the game balances precision and aggression. Enemies aren't just punching bags, they'll test your timing. Some have shields that need to be broken, while others launch projectiles that force you to mix up your approach. Boss battles in particular are a highlight. These are large, multi-phase fights that demand quick reflexes and a good grasp of your abilities. They feel challenging but fair, rewarding you for learning patterns and punishing careless play. Like any good Metroidvania, progression isn't just about leveling up. It's about what tools you earn along the way. Early on, you're fairly limited in movement, but as you explore, you'll unlock double jumps, wall runs, grappling moves, and energy-based attacks that let you reach previously inaccessible areas. This creates that classic Metroidvania loop of, okay, now I can go back and explore that place I couldn't reach before. The upgrade system also adds depth. You can invest in different abilities that shape your playstyle. Do you want to focus on raw damage with heavy strikes, or lean into mobility with faster dodges and ranged attacks? The game lets you experiment without feeling overwhelming. One of Awaken Astral Blade's biggest strengths is its world design. The environments are dark, futuristic, and sometimes downright haunting. Imagine a fusion of alien technology, decaying machinery, and neon-lit corridors. Each area feels distinct, from ruined industrial facilities to eerie underground labs. Exploration is enhanced by a strong sense of atmosphere. Ambient sound design and music set the tone perfectly, creating tension even when nothing is happening on screen. And speaking of music, the soundtrack deserves a special mention. It's moody, energetic when it needs to be, and really pushes that sci-fi action vibe. Now, what about the story? Awaken Astral Blade doesn't hold your hand with exposition. Instead, it opts for environmental storytelling and cryptic dialogue. You'll uncover pieces of lore through logs, background details, and encounters with strange characters. This approach keeps things mysterious and leaves plenty open to interpretation. Without spoiling too much, the narrative revolves around a dystopian future where biological experiments and advanced machinery collide. There are themes of identity, survival, and the clash between organic life and technology. It's the kind of story that doesn't spoon-feed you, but if you're willing to dig, there's a lot of depth to unpack. On the PS5, Awaken Astral Blade runs beautifully. The game sticks to a 2D perspective, but uses high-quality art and effects to give it a polished, almost anime-inspired look. Animations are smooth, attacks feel impactful, and the boss designs are strikingly detailed. Performance-wise, it runs at a steady 60 frames per second, which is crucial for a fast-paced action game like this. Load times are practically non-existent thanks to the PS5's SSD. Combine that with DualSense haptic feedback, and it really feels like a next-generation experience, even though the game is 2D. If you're wondering where Astral Blade sits compared to other games, I'd say it feels like a cross between Hollow Knight and Dead Cells, but with a heavier focus on story and atmosphere. Unlike Dead Cells, it's not roguelike. You don't start over when you die. And unlike Hollow Knight, combat is more combo-driven and flashy. This makes it appealing to both fans of exploration-heavy Metroidvanias and those who just love stylish, responsive combat. So, let's sum up the strengths: fluid, satisfying combat with a nice mix of speed and precision, a rewarding progression system that constantly opens up new possibilities, gorgeous world design and atmosphere, blending sci-fi and dark fantasy, challenging boss fights that push your skills, excellent performance on PS5 with smooth frame rates and haptics. Of course, no game is perfect, and Astral Blade does have a few drawbacks. First, the story might feel too cryptic for some players. If you prefer clear-cut narratives, you may find yourself lost or disconnected. Second, while the combat is flashy, some players may notice repetition in enemy encounters, especially in the middle hours of the game. And finally, difficulty spikes during certain boss fights could be frustrating for newcomers who aren't used to precise action gameplay. So who should pick up Awaken Astral Blade? If you're a fan of Metroidvanias, you'll feel right at home. If you enjoy stylish action games with tight combat, it's an easy recommendation. And if you're looking for a game that blends atmosphere, exploration, and challenge, this will likely click with you. But if you're someone who doesn't enjoy backtracking or prefers games with very straightforward stories, this might not be the best fit. Overall, Astral Blade is a standout addition to the PS5's indie library. It takes the best elements of the Metroidvania genre, exploration, progression, and rewarding combat, and packages them in a slick, futuristic style. It's challenging without being unfair, atmospheric without being boring, and stylish without sacrificing substance. If you're looking for your next 2D action platformer to sink into, Awaken Astral Blade is absolutely worth your time. But what do you think? Have you played Awaken Astral Blade yet? Or are you planning to give it a try? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, and let's chat about it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and ring the bell so you don't miss future uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.